Hello everybody, my name is Kamara and today we will be reviewing our third installment of Season 4 of Bubble Guppies. Season 4, Episode 3, The New Doghouse. In this episode, when an accident destroys Bubble Puppy's doghouse, the entire neighborhood volunteers to help build a newer and even better one, and the Guppies learn about the neighborhood. Now, I really do like this episode. I do. It's a really good episode. I feel like this episode is just like, I feel like this episode can really show you how much Bubble Tucky really does care, not just for the Bubble Guppies, but alongside Bubble Puppy. Like, whenever it comes to these guys, the whole town is willing to help these guys out, and it's just so amazing. It's so amazing. It's really good. I love it. And we also have our special guest star Jimmy Johnson as just Jimmy, from the show Extreme Home Makeover. I never watched that show. I'm not really a home renovation person. I don't know why. It's just me. But yeah. So anyway, our episode starts with Molly and Gil swimming to school, and they're greeting everybody that they see. We see Miss Peaky Toe. We even see Miss Jenny. We even see Ice Cream Dan, the Snow Cone Man. We see Officer Miranda, and then we have the Stop That Car, which all the way back in season 1. Oh my goodness, it just puts a smile on my face. And luckily, just like back in season 1, Bubble Bites, Gil and Bubble Puppy are able to stop the cart. And Officer Miranda says, "We can't have any shopping carts running amok around our neighborhood." And they said, "Neighborhood?" And she explains that the neighborhood is where you live, and all the people around it are your neighbors. And then Dan, and I also like it when Gil and Bubble Puppy, they're chasing the car. A guy's newspaper flies away from him, and it ends up in the cart. And when Gil's pushing the car back up the hill, he gives the newspaper back to him, which is really sweet and funny. Then when they finally get to school, Gil saying, "Good morning, neighborhood friends," and then once they're sat down, they start hearing a noise, and even Gobi saying, "What's that sound?" And then when Molly and Gil hear, "Stop that car," they're like, "Uh-oh." And then we cut to the window and we see Officer Miranda and Stan running after the cart. And then even Dima says it's heading straight for Bubble Puppy's doghouse. And my girl was right. It got destroyed. It got trampled. It looks beat up. It looks like a tornado hit it. It's awful. And even Stan saying, "Oh my goodness, I am so sorry, Bubble Puppy." But thankfully, Mr. Grouper, he's a kind and respected man. He doesn't get mad at Stan. He just says, "It's okay, Stan. It was an accident." And even the Guppies are saying, "But we love that doghouse." And they're wondering if can we fix it. Which, that doghouse stood for season 1. From Build Me a Building. It came so far to the 4th season just to get destroyed. And it's sad. And even if we don't see Bubble Puppy in it, I wanna expect that he loved that doghouse a lot off screen. But that's just my theory. And when Mr. Grouper said, "I don't know if we could fix this doghouse, but we could probably build him a bigger and even better one." And then they start saying that we could buy tools from the hardware store, we could buy paint from the paint store, and then we have our story segment about what's in a neighborhood. Question segment. My goodness, about what's in a neighborhood, and then we have our pop song "In My Neighborhood," which it kind of gives off Mr. Rogers. If I'm being honest, it kind of gives off Mr. Rogers. Oh my goodness. And then we have our our shop segment with Gobi, who's a firefighter, and Dima's our shopkeeper, and it's her, and I quote, "friendly neighborhood information station." And we even see Nene again, which is like never Nene, which she's so cute. She's adorable. I'm happy. I'm a horse girl through and through. I grew up loving My Little Pony, so I love any type of horses in any media. And we have to help Gopee find his way around the neighborhood. He wants to buy a muffin. So, yeah, I feel like this segment is really good and can help anybody who wants to navigate themselves through a neighborhood. It's good. Children in particular. And then we have our lunch segment, our lunch joke. Once again, we have Una, Gil, and Nani dressed up. They're dressed up, and I like it. Ironically, Gil was a neighborhood. Now we have Nani in the episode being a neighborhood. Gil was a mail carrier in the previous episode, and now we have Nani as the mail carrier. Una has a hard hat on, and Gil's dressed up as a chef. I like that. And we have a street loaf. And then we have Gil, Molly and Gil segment. Gil's trying to mail a letter, and then let's just say he didn't get a mailbox. He got a fire hydrant, and that thing shooting in his face. Like, does that not hurt? Does that immense? I'm gonna say it right now. Does that immense amount of water when it's shot at you? Does that not hurt? Okay, does that not hurt? Because I kid you not. Okay, I kid you not. When I'm in the shower, and when I turn on the, like those special shower heads that have like modes, like depending on it, I'm telling you, I have sensitive skin. Okay, I have sensitive skin, and if I turn the shower head on the wrong mode and it turns like, I'm telling you, I feel legitimate pain on my skin whenever the water's shooting out really hard at my skin. Like, that hurts. So imagine that, but fire hydrant. Yeah, that's gonna be painful. Wouldn't you like break a nose? I'm just picturing what's I can't tell them apart. Casey, Casey and Christy from the Brat series. You know how I want to say it's Casey when she's like, "Ow, my nose." I'm thinking about that. And then we head to the classroom and they're playing neighborhood. They pretend Mr. Grouper is a neighbor, new neighbor, and they're showering him with gifts to the point where he falls over and him saying, "I think I'm gonna like this neighborhood. Also, I would kill in a neighborhood that would just give you a bag of money, like completely out of the blue." Just, my goodness. Oh my god. And then we have our storybook segment with, once again, Una as Little Red Riding Hood and Dima as Goldilocks. My goodness. Yay. I love it. And, this says, I like it how before Una comes in, Dima's eating porridge, and she puts it in the drawer, and because you don't want to be eating on the job, you want to be professional. Oh my god. And then she said her thing is called Goldilocks Realty, and they're gonna they have to find Una a house that has a swing on it. And at first we have the fairy tale classic houses, the shoe. The shoe house, there was an old lady who lived in the shoe. And I liked how she says, and the people that live next door are very sweet, because it's the house, because it's the candy gingerbread house. I love that. And then the next house is the Three Little Pigs. It's made out of straw, and it's very small. Once again, two of the houses, they don't have a swing. And I like it particularly where they're looking at the shoe house. Una's like, I don't want to live in a shoe. And then Dean was like, of course you don't. Could be smelly. Oh, I love my girl so much. And we have the big bad wolf chasing them. For some reason, their chase scenes is funny, because particularly when they're swinging what we think is Rapunzel's hair, but it's the wolf. It's funny. Oh my goodness. And then we have to find a place for them to hide at, and they said it's right near Humpty Dumpty's house. And then once they finally get there, they see the wolf again, and Dima's hiding behind the plant. And we have the classic, I love how they have this. I am so sorry you heard that door slam. I am so sorry, Jesus Christ. We have Una says, "My, what big teeth you have." And then the wolf says, "All the better to greet you with." And the demon says, "Did he just say eat?" she said no. He said greet. That means he wants to say hello. And it turns out he's her next door neighbor. And the house that he's sitting at has a swing, and Demon wants to take it. Also, we're not just gonna casually towards the end not mention how Humpty Dumpty literally fell towards the end of the story, and we see eggshells in the air. My God. But what a way to end the story. And then we have our dance song, Wave to Your Neighbor Hi. And it's really catchy. I like it. It's really catchy. I like it. Like, wave to your neighbor hi. Wave to your neighbor hi. Wave to your neighbor hi. It works for hello, works for goodbye. And I like towards the end of the song where Molly's like, now it's time to all wave goodbye. And they're all like, goodbye. That detail right there was just too cute. And then once again, Molly and Gil segment, we have Gil trying to find a mailbox, but he finds a trash can. My goodness. And we have this like, it's no, I can't talk. My God. We have like when Gil closes the trash can, we have the smell of the trash can following him. Like, I don't know how I feel about that. That feels kind of paranormal in my opinion. I don't know. And then we have our not really field trip segment because like they're in front of the school. They didn't go nowhere. They went outside the schoolyard. Yeah. And we have everybody pitching in to help Bubble Puppy with his new doghouse. And of course, we have Jimmy, voiced by Jimmy Johnson. And Gil explains that we even get like it's not really like a remastered, like, I want to say it's like a flashback from like Bubble Puppy, but it's not because like it's in season 4 animation. And if you guys don't know, may or may not know, season 1 is the only season of Bubble Guppies that was animated with Wildbrain, who are the same people that helped create Yo Gabba Gabba. So yeah. And as we know, seasons 2 to 4 are filmed by created by Nelvana. And also if you guys don't know, season 5 and 6 are created by our animated with Jamfield Productions. So yeah. And he explains that when I first saw Bubble Puppy, I knew we were gonna be best friends. And everybody's chipping in, and we even have it's actually like an actual TV show. It's so cute. We've had Miss Pikito saying that we know how much you love your Bubble Bites. So me and Bub made a Bubble Bites dispenser. Officer Miranda added a siren. The police chief from Firefire Guild to the rescue, who we even saw in our previous episode in the storybook segment, added a slide. We even see Dottie again, which, oh my God. And it's finally time for Bubble Guppy's surprise. And Gil calls him outside, and everybody's hiding behind the school bus. And they said that, we have a surprise for you. And then when Jimmy says, okay, please move the school bus. And funnily enough, every single time I think about Jimmy, I think about my grandfather's name, because my grandfather's name is Jimmy. Oh my God. And then we finally see his new doghouse, which, yeah. It's so, you can tell how much the budget in the show grew, because that doghouse, if my dog was still here, I would kill for him to have this type of doghouse. It's so amazing. And even Stan has a little surprise for him as well. And I also like how Jimmy says, your new doghouse comes with an umbrella, a slide, stairs. No, he said ladder. So Stan says that I added something else for you. And Molly and Gil even say a shopping cart, which, yeah. I wouldn't say that. It's not even like in the sense of like, oh yeah, sure, remind him of the trauma that broke his doghouse. No, it's like turning something that was once a pain into something that could be used into a good advantage. And Bubble Puppy was most definitely gonna have fun with it towards the end. Sorry about the airplane in the background. And our last Molly and Gil segment. Molly and Gil are happy that Bubble Puppy got his new doghouse, and Gil's saying that since everybody helped in the neighborhood, it's the best doghouse ever. Ever since everybody helped out, it's the best doghouse in the neighborhood. I'm sorry, I'm stuttering over my words. I'm so sorry. And And then once he finally found the mailbox, but then once again we hear Stan in the background saying, "Stop that cart!" And we see Bubble Puppy riding it and just zooming past, zooming, and Gil falls back, and luckily the letter's in mid-air. Molly has enough time to open it up and put the letter in there. So, want to theorize what that letter was for? My opinion, Gil was mailing that letter to Nickelodeon for new seasons. Just my opinion. But overall, I feel like this episode was really good. It was really good. I liked it. And you'll be surprised, but this is our 3rd episode in a row in this season getting a 10. I want to say this is not my first time. I want to say no. But like, Jesus, season 4 is on a roll today. Season 4, it is on thy roll, okay? It's on the roll. It's on the roll. It's on a roll. 2, 3 episodes in a row, and they all got 10 out of 10s. And they all got 10 out of 10s, which I'm so happy for. Yep, 10 out of 10. Would recommend. And you'll be surprised, but this isn't our last episode where we're gonna have a home feel setting. So, yeah, if you guys know, you know. So, tune in to me next time as we'll be reviewing our 4th installment of this season, season 4, episode 4, Guppy Movers. See you all next time.